Hello and welcome to Internship Week. I'm glad you've returned to see Dr. Lee's presentation. Dr. Lee is from the NASA ARCS program on campus. And today we will have the end of presentations for Internship Week. And then tomorrow we have Resume Makeover. So if any of you need to have your resumes critiqued, please sign up for Resume Makeover in Handshake. So now I'm going to introduce Dr. Lee. And Dr. Bingbing Lee has been an associate professor of manufacturing systems engineering at CSUN since 2014. Dr. Lee serves as the associate director of the NASA Autonomy Research Center for STEAM. He's the co-director of DOE Industrial Assessment Center at Irvine and at CSUN. He's also the director of Laboratory for Sustainable and Additive Manufacturing. Dr. Lee is also the affiliate faculty at the Terasaki Institute for Biomedical Innovation. Dr. Lee received his PhD degree in industrial engineering at Texas Tech University in 2012. He has published over 70 peer-reviewed journal and conference papers and secured 20 external grants, which brings his CSUN career total to 2.7 million as PL and over 6.2 million as co-PL. Dr. Lee conducts research in additive manufacturing, metal, AM, 3D bioprinting, and design for AM. AI-powered design and manufacturing, smart connected worker, digital twins, XR and metaverse for manufacturing, knowledge graph-based AI agent, autonomous growth system, and sustainable manufacturing, sustainability analysis, and energy efficiency, life cycle assessment, remanufacturing, mainly funded by NASA, DOD, DOE, NSF, CEC, and industrial partners. He teaches undergraduate and graduate courses in manufacturing system engineering program. Dr. Lee is one of the faculty mentors of the NIH-funded Building Infrastructure Leading to Diversity and Promoting Opportunities for Diversity in Education and Research since August 2015. USDE-funded HSI STEM aims to attract, inspire, mentor, and support students. In October 2016, and NASA-funded Autonomy Research Center for STEAM, the ARC Center, since May 2020. He is the faculty advisor of the Society of Manufacturing Engineering's SME Student Chapter S327. Please welcome the distinguished Dr. Bingbing Lee.
Thank you, Jean.
Dr.
Thank
Lee.
you. Yeah. Thank you so much for your warm introduction. And it's my great pleasure and honor to present today. And also I'm more than happy to share, this NASA ARCS internship program actually on campus. So it's this super fantastic program. I will give you the brief introductions for ARCS, right? And then because I just came back from Singapore, I was taking the sabbatical leave at the National University of Singapore for 6 months in the spring 2023. So I'm more than happy to share some of those stories over there as well. It's a super nice city state, but it's beautiful and nice, and then really great, the environmental friendly, society. So here, let's introduce our Autonomy Research Center for STEAM. Anyone know, like, what does A and H stand for? I believe you know STEM, right? So our center is Autonomy Research Center for STEAM. Anyone? Oh, sorry, they cannot speak, right?
Right. They put
Oh,
arts and humanities. We're
oh,
hearing
okay,
from
yeah.
the students.
Okay, great. So our center, we add A for arts, H for humanity, besides the STEM. So this center was sponsored by NASA back in the December 2019. And then until now, I think the STEM, you can see those arts, we include A and design, and arts and design, and then E for engineer, T for technology, entrepreneurship, and business. Science is all like physical, social, behavior science, right? So until now, I think we have over 35 NASA-sponsored research projects, like Artemis 2023 and Mars 2020 mission. And then we have like 34 faculty from CSUN, multidisciplinary, including arts and humanity. Like we have from 7 colleges, from College of Engineering, Computer Science, Science and Math, social science, humanity, health science, education, the business, right? And then we have the arts and the communication as well. So now we have like 2 postdoctoral researchers, one located in the metal 3D printing for the material science and the engineer. Another one is in the health science, partnering with metabolic diabetes. And then our goal is to build a diverse and inclusive STEM workforce. So our main, because this one was mainly funded by NASA, and then we are required to send the interns, with our partner like the NASA JPL, Armstrong, Ames, Goddard, Kennedy, these centers. So every year we send like 20 to 25 interns, over the NASA center. So this year, this past summer, we sent around like 20 interns. And now I think we have over 150 undergraduate and graduate students, researchers, either as a research fellow or associate, right? And now we are opening applications for the 4th cohort. So maybe later at the end, I can share some of the online application page, right? And also NASA intern page. So you can go over this, the website and then check out more details. And then until now, our center has developed 8 research themes areas, like autonomy for research, human, like health equity, diabetes research, for future manufacturing, for sustainability, autonomy in law, right? And then I think NASA GPL, they also recommend us to develop the unique capacities to remain relevant, because this is the one like we are working, is the large initiative. So this will be the super exciting and inspiring facility on campus. But right now it's just, we just finished the feasibility study. So, and then we are going to move forward to make it happen, to serve the whole community and also serve the NASA centers. And then there will become a hub for the collaboration between CSUN and the rest of the nation, including the R1 research university. So they can do a lot of testing inside. Half of the space will be Mars and the moon's surface. And then you can do a lot of testing, so like rover, drones, helicopter. We're working with NASA on the Mars science helicopter as well, and the Cartridge rover, and the robotics, right? And then CSUN, is famous about our filming production major and program. So we will have some students, to film some short movie, the videos, inside of that as well. So this will be the super exciting projects. And then we also have the research labs and the offices, and also the large event space in the end, to host like up to 100, the 150 participants, for the event. So these are the a few research area we have been focusing in the past 3 years. The first one is advanced UAM, like urban air mobility. We're working with Armstrong specifically, and also not right now with Autodesk in the Bay Area. They have the drone projects up to 55 pounds. So they are working on another like up to 200 pounds loading capacity, for the mobility's capacity in the Bay Area. So this is the one of the research area. And then the second one is Artemis. Artemis, NASA's inspiring mission to send a human back to the moon, and then specifically for the sustainable lunar orbit, staging capacity and surface exploration, right? And then for us, we are working closely with Dr. GP from NASA GPL, working on the next generation of the rover. It's called the Cardry. So the Cardry, we have a few demos in the lab and then working on them. And now we're also working on the mini bubble to do the physical testing and the digital twin. So I'm going to share one super exciting summer intern project we have done in the past few months, right? And then we just build the Omniverse digital twin system. So we also work with JPL on the Mars, the 2020 mission. This Mars perseverance, right? And then the Mars helicopter is called Ingenuity, right? And then it's already launched in Mars. Right now they are collecting and then operating every day, collecting the data, right, in the Mars. And then they are also NASA plans to send a sample back probably in 2025 or 2026. These samples they collected from the Mars surface. There's another area we're working with JPL is Europa Clipper projects, for the CubeSat, and then for these large, the aircraft and spacecraft. Another one is in like ARCS. I'm not sure whether any students have a chance to see this pretty cool Boston Dynamics spot dance, right? We have 2 Spots robotics and we have 2 SoftBank Pepper robots. And then we also have a bunch of these rovers, the Husky cart, helicopter, and then these different, the robot vehicles. So we're working on the DAPA subterranean, the system, so they can work together autonomously, right, to share the data they collected, the samples they got on the surface. So in the ARCS Research Center, we are building the mini bubble. It's a physical testing site for all these different small, the robots, the rover, and the robotics inside to test the surface and the terrain of the moons. Because right now we are building the mini bubble capacity, to start working on all these different exciting research collaboration with JPL. Before we have this real, like a stadium-sized air-supported facilities called steam bubble, right? At the beginning, I showed you the stadium-sized facility, like this is the one. So we call it like the moon comes to CSUN, and that will be the CSUN funding, the foundation board member, Honey, right? And then he got a really exciting and inspiring idea, right? How CSUN can stand up, right, and then become the hub to collaborate with NASA's different centers, and also the right now we are working with in the conversation with Carnegie Mellon, Johns Hopkins, and USC, UCLA, right? Then they are also going to utilize this facility to do the different tests type of testing inside as well. So this is just the concept image. So the final one, I think that will be changed. Yeah, this is the internal, the concept image. And then on the ARCS website, they have more detailed video to show you the details of the research lab and the offices and the moon surface, Mars surface. So they can do all these different testing, right? And then prototyping and the collaboration. So in the end, I think we also working on the inside, besides the Mars and moon surface, we hope, inside this new facility, we will have the research capacity of data visualization wall, right? Like, for example, we're working with Medtronic diabetes, right? Just located on the north campus of CSUN. So we can work on the health equity initiatives and then patient journey. So they can do the interview over here. And then because we hired one postdoctor, he's mainly focusing on the health equity, right? And the patient journey right now. And then we can also get a massive data set from NASA JPL and then industrial partners, right? And then we can do the machine emitters site, right? For the landfill facility. So right now we have the one large project working with the LA City waste management and ARCS, to work on the recycling and the waste management in the projects. And the second domain will be the digital twin. Like the digital twin, we can build, right, to mimic all the production, the moon's exploration, like a zero waste, organic waste processing, and for the moon walker as well. I'm going to share the one video later. And then the third capacity, that will be the autonomous flight and the driving testing facility. The reason why JPL is willing to sponsor ARCS and the ARCS, for this large facility, like we showed over here, is, JPL, they are running out of the space over Pasadena. So they only have a small yard, we call it Mars yard and the Moon's yard, to do the testing. So, but they are willing to have the more capacities overseas. And otherwise, right now, they have to fly to New Mexico or Arizona to do the testing because they have the more like desert environment, and then to simulate the environment in the Mars and the Moons. So this is the vision we have planned, and then we also work on that. So this is the pretty demo, the short, hold on. Let me share the audio. This is a pretty nice project I supervised, co-supervised with Professor, I think it's Dr. Edward Cho and Thomas Lu from NASA JPL, and also a few students at CSUN. I think 4 students from CSUN, like Alexandria, she's from psychology, and then we also have 3 students from engineer like Elliot, Neville, and Jared. Jared was in the second page. And then the rest that you can see, we have NASA interns from University of Chicago, Caltech, Mines, Paris from France, MIT, USC, Purdue, right? And then another 2 MIT students. So it's a super exciting project. I can show you this.
In the dance of cosmic bodies, our Earth and its moon share a bond, a silent symphony across the expanse of space.
Jen, can you hear the sound clearly?
Yes.
Okay, great.
As we leave behind the blue marble, our ancestral home, our gaze turns to a distant frontier, the south pole of our moon, a realm of enigma, where shadows hide secrets and sunlight kisses peaks. Here we have a lunar digital twin, laying the groundwork for autonomous exploration. Unlike Earth, the moon stands as a silent witness to cosmic ballets of the past. Its landscapes, frozen in moments of violent impact, lay still and timeless, sculptures shaped by celestial forces. The broad strokes of this canvas are informed by LRO satellite data, while the intricate details draw upon Apollo mission insights and the best of our current understanding of the moon's complex features. In the vastness of this landscape, pioneers of a different kind gather. Machines, instilled with purpose and cooperation. They communicate, strategizing their next move, deciding on a leader, analyzing the land's secrets. Their mission? To traverse, to explore, to understand. As decisions are made, each rover embarks on its unique journey. From above, we appreciate the intricacies of their paths. With advanced systems measuring slopes, assessing risks, they find routes that are safe and energy efficient. This, the dance of exploration, guided by science and symphony, as we step together into the wonders of the lunar realm. Now, let's delve deeper, accompanying our celestial travelers as they etch their unique stories upon this ancient tapestry. In the vast lunar silence, communication becomes a lifeline. Though apart, our rovers constantly converse, each pulse and bite a testament to unity and isolation. In the moon's stark daylight, where mysteries lie beneath every grain, the Viper ventures forth. Under a sun that blazes with unforgiving heat, the rover's gleaming panels capture the very essence of its surroundings. Each shimmer, a dance of light and challenge. Across this seemingly serene expanse, it reads the ancient tales written in regolith, tales of cosmic impacts and ageless stillness. Through a maze of time-worn rocks it winds its way, guided by sensors and boundless curiosity. But then, a formidable challenge emerges. Confronted by the lunar surface's test, the rover pauses, assessing the slope's promise and peril. In this arena of eternal stillness, Viper's intricate array of instruments focuses on the hill in front of it. Here lies the challenge. The daunting slope, a testament to lunar topography's whims, catches the rover's full attention, and in a symphony of algorithms and sensors it begins its rigorous assessment. Viper now needs to decide if diversion from the course. Suddenly the vista opens up, a field strewn with rocks and boulders. Yet the universe has provided a strange offering for our cadre, if only it has the will to explore it. Here an item sits that's not in cadre's memories, and beckons us closer, as if it whispers tales from eons ago. Our cadre doesn't merely venture forward on a whim. Even amidst this spirited exploration, there's method in its movements. Every pebble, every nook is processed, plotted, and prioritized, all the while adhering to a broader vision, guided by the eyes above. As we dive into the eyes of the cadre, a mosaic of machine vision comes alive. Every stone it cites, every feature it catalogs, not just for its own journey, but a shared knowledge, a cooperative lexicon for all its robotic brethren. This mutual learning, this shared curiosity, echoes humanity's own collaborative spirit in the quest for understanding. But even in joy, moments of contemplation arise. There, atop a lunar ridge, the cadre stands, looking down upon its discovery, a moment both triumphant and introspective. As our focus shifts back to our diligent explorer Viper, we are reminded of its grand quest. Far from mere roaming, it seeks a way into one of the moon's vast mysteries, a crater holding secrets of our universe and perhaps a treasure more precious to humans, water. The descent symbolizes more than just a rover's journey. It's a deep dive into the abyss, a challenge to the eternal darkness of places that have never known sunlight. As Viper searches, so do we, looking for that quintessential element of life, water. Here in its icy forms lies a promise of sustenance and future exploration. This endeavor, profound in its implications, isn't just a testament to human ingenuity. It's a celebration of collaboration between humans and artificial intelligence, and among artificial intelligence itself, all working in unison for a shared goal, a shared dream. Together, they exemplify what can be achieved with innovation, aspiration, and cooperation.
Yeah, I think to check out this full video, and then it's already uploaded on the YouTube. So we have more, the informations online. I think this is super nice, the projects. It's just one perfect example, just showed you like how ARCS partner with NASA JPL, right? And NASA AIMS and Goddard send the CSUN students, right, to do the intern over these NASA centers, right? And then they can achieve a lot of, the super exciting outcomes, these software, hardware, demos, and in either like a summer intern or the fall, spring semester intern. So let me share some more details about these interns, how you can apply. Hold on. Not sure whether I shared it. Okay, I believe this one. So in terms of the ARCS intern program, the mechanism that we're running now is, we have a lot of partnership collaboration with these different NASA center. And then all mechanism is we work with our partner, through like bi-weekly or weekly group meetings. So these JPL scientists, the technologists, right? They join our meeting, supervise our students, working with our faculty, right? And through a year, typically it's like a 1 year project at least, right? And then, so these students will have a lot of opportunities to work, continue, even to get the intern opportunities in the summer. For example, the Elliot that he's recording all the the video for these Moonwalker projects. So I sent him for the one NASA JPL, not JPL, I mean the intern in the spring, regular spring semester is 40 hours per week for 16 weeks over the NASA Goddard Center. And then in the summer, he participated this JPL intern, work on the Moonwalker. And then for this fall, actually, he's doing 2 interns, one over the Goddard, NASA Goddard Flight Research Center. Another one is JPL. So like 20 hours, for JPL, 20 hours for Goddard per week. So this is the official like NASA, the intern program. So the students, the working through ARCS, they still need to apply these positions that posted by our partner, right, over NASA centers. And then you just apply, but you also need, these are the deadlines, but it's not a hard deadline, the deadline for CSUN, because we have the partners with these collaborators, right, from NASA Center. So sometimes even deadline is passing, they still can accommodate, the students for the intern. But I highly recommend you, to apply before this deadline for the summer, like 2024 and spring 2024. So these are the interns. They have 3 different programs. One is OSTEM, the pathway. So they all require the US citizens. And then GPA is like 3.0 above, right? Enrollment either like undergraduate students or high school students, right? But for us, for CSUN, is all the graduate students. And then these are the pathway, the standards. So what they are looking for, they have 2, the different type of interns. One is for the summer, normally it's a 10 weeks summer intern. And then for master student, you will be paid $9,000 through ARCS. So that's why, the NASA Center, they are more than happy to work with ARCS because they don't have to pay these interns out of their own budget. It's from CSUN ARCS budget because it's funded by NASA anyway. So we send our CSUN students to do the intern over NASA JPL, Armstrong, AIMS, right? You can name them. And then graduate students for summer will be paid by ARCS, like $9,000 for 10 weeks. For undergraduate student, it will be 7,300. And then for during the fall and the spring semester, if you are working at the full time, like 40 hours per week for 16 weeks, that will be 14,400 for graduate students. And then for undergraduate student, that will be 11,360 something, I think. Yeah, so that's all the information. And then if you also want to check, so right now, this is ARCS homepage. You can check all the students like 2020, 2021, 22, 23. Right now, we are recruiting the new cohort for the 2024. So you can click on the join ARCS, click on the engage. So the ARCS application is open now until November 3rd, right? After that, I think we will review all the applicants and then select the candidates, for either fellow or the associates, right? By the 34 faculty members, right? And then if you want to check all the research projects, you can just go to the research. We have the research areas, right? Oh, they also have the steam bubble details, like they have more details for steam bubble and the video as well. For the research areas, we have 8. Besides 8 research area, we have the Artemis, the Mars, autonomy for social medicine, partner with Medtronic diabetes, and UAV, future work at the human technology frontiers, and the cartridge for the moon. So these are the 8 research areas that improving social medicine with autonomy, human-machine teamwork with the explainable AI, social numeral, autonomy, trustable autonomy, autonomy literacy, and autonomy for future manufacturing, autonomy in law. And the last one is autonomy for sustainability, right? If you want, you can also check all students, right? All these are the faculty list. You can see our faculties advisors from arts, design, health science, mechanical, family, consumer science, psychology and health equity, the ECE, computer science, and math, geography and environmental studies, business law, and from biology, right, from ME, right, the computer science, psychology, health science, and from civil engineer, manufacturing myself, like material science, mechanical, Asian American study, and anthropology, electrical engineer, and from academic advising for the anthropology and the psychology as well. So this is pretty broad, the background for our faculty team. And we also have a lot of, the student spotlight. You can check right now we are releasing more and more interviews. Like these are the 3 students interview, like Elliot, Donald, Vicky, they all get the interns from NASA, right? And then Kiana from JPL, Donald, JPL, and the Axel, right? Right now he's working in the industry for the metal 3D printing. So these are all the different, one. And then if you check the home web page, they have all the faculty interview and our partners interview as well, right? And then we will have a lot of events going on every week, right? And then the most exciting one that will be December 1st. We will host the end of year celebration, inviting the students and faculty and our partners. Yeah. I think that's it from my end. Just giving more time for the Q&A session. I believe a lot of students still have, I saw a bunch of messages in the chat, so we can go into the, let's see, the Q&A session. Let me share.
Okay, we will.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
So Veronica, if you could go ahead and start with the chat.
Sure. All right. So as you were speaking, Dr. Lee, there were a couple of questions that were coming up in the chat. The first being, can CSUN alumni join the internship program?
That's a good question. You know, for our intern, NASA intern program, the official intern program, they do require existing student status. But for ARCS, we also have some students, they already graduated, like the Ren, Alex, and Donald's, right? They graduated like last May. And then they have 1 year gap, for the medical school application and PhD program application. We do accept them, sponsor them, support them to continue work on the research project, but not official NASA intern. It's an ARCS intern. So they keep working on the research projects, and we sponsor them, we pay them stipend. But because of the NASA intern requirements, if you check the website and I shared with you, I can share this these few pages, you can check them out. Is they do require the current student status. So that means you have to be enrolled students at CSUN to be a official NASA intern. But the way is, we hope, students, they got the intern for their like a junior, senior year, or the first year of the graduate study, right? And that after that, they can do 1 year intern or the 1 semester intern, and then they can get a full-time job offer over JPL or Goddard or Times. So that's what we did in the past 3 years. Let me share these 3 links that I just shared with you, like a NASA intern requirement, and also ARCS, we have the requirement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. The other question is, how can we apply to be a part of the health research program? Sorry.
I believe you're talking about the health equity, right, and the health science research. Yeah, I think feel free to send me email. I believe I'm sharing my last page, right? Thanks a million.
Yes.
So
Yes.
my email address, just shoot me email, and then we can start from there. So I will introduce you and connect you to our faculty member who is working on the health science or the health equity projects, right? And then you can join that project. So, probably the faculty will schedule an interview with you, and then, yeah, you can start from there. Thank you.
All right. And then the other question is, where will the facility be built? I believe the new facility that you were just discussing earlier.
The location has not been determined yet, because as I said, we just finished the feasibility study. We spent like $250K working with AC Martin, I think construction company and architecture company. So the location has not been determined yet, but it will be on campus.
Okay, and then another question, which may be similar to what you already addressed, which is the CSUN ARCS internships just for undergrad or graduate students as well?
For both undergraduate and graduate students. And then I think for graduate students, ideally, that would be, you can, for example, you are the first semester, right? Now, and then you apply the intern and the research fellow position. So you can start from January. And then for 1 year, you also have an opportunity to do the intern either summer or fall, right? As Donald or Elliot did, right? You can check out their video, YouTube video and the interview. So they have more, the details. And then, so they can continue wrap up on their thesis degree in the spring like 2025, right? For example, if you are the first semester of master students, that's perfect. And then for undergrad students, we highly recommend the students in the junior year or even like a freshman, right? And then you can apply, engage with ARCS, and then to grow, right? And then you can work on their projects, for 1 year, and then you can continue, right? And then wrap up either doing your intern during your senior year, right? Or working with our industry partners, some practical project as your senior design projects. So that's what we did in the past. We always partner with our collaborator from NASA centers and the industry partners, right? So they can work on the real projects for their senior design, the capstone project, or the thesis project.
All right, thank you for that. Another student mentioned, I'm a graduate and have a bachelor's degree in arts, and my area of concentration is 2D and 3D animation. Is there a possibility of being rejected from the internship due to my degree?
No. That's a pretty good question. So actually, I forgot to share a lot of the successful story that we have in the past 4 cohorts. I think the first cohort in the 2020, we have 1 student. She's even in psychology, right? And then she got intern, and then eventually she got the full-time job offer from GPL. Probably she's the first student to get the GPL's intern and full-time job in the psychology. And then we have more students after that, like from business, from psychology, from different, the non-STEM major. So that's why our center is Autonomy Research Center for STEAM, right? I don't think they have, NASA have any restrictions on the major. We did talk with them. The CSUN alumni, the total numbers of alumni from CSUN actually is even close or more than, based on the data we had last year, is even more than MIT's alumni. Thank you.
Thank you. Another student says, hi, I was wondering if there was cybersecurity related internships.
Oh, yes, we do. Like cybersecurity is, I think, the big concern now, especially after the, the IIoT, smart manufacturing, the computer science, AI stuff, the rising. And right now the ChatGPT. So we do have a few students in the past that they are working on the cybersecurity projects, supervised by the professor from computer science.
Okay, and then another student says, hello, can you speak more about the sustainability opportunities?
Oh yeah, I think autonomy for sustainability, you can check out the webpage. We have 5 or 6 active projects now. I'm the lead for one is autonomy for future manufacturing, another one is for sustainability. So under the sustainability projects, we have, for example, one project is working with the local industry, waste management, LA City, ARCS, and the landfill company, utilizing the AI and autonomy to do the machine vision, automation, object detection, classification, and materials organizations, right, to help the industry. Now the second one is we're working with the DOE, the Department of Energy, this industrial assessment center. So we work with a local manufacturing company, right, to address the energy efficiency, utility bills, including air conditioning, HVAC system, solar panel, and the utility, including electricity, gas, working with Southern California Edison, LADWP on these projects. We also have the sustainability projects address the environmental challenges, right? And one of them is for the climate change, the resilience assessment for the climate change, we partner with Lineage Logistics, one of the largest cold food storage company. They have a lot of facilities across the worldwide. And then because of the climate change, this company has been heavily impacted by these, like the strawberry, right? They were planted in the Southern California. Now they have to move to New Mexico. And also the squash fish, I think primarily they are around this Southern California ocean, Pacific Ocean, but now they have to mitigate it to the North California. So their facility, half of the space was empty. So there's another project. And then we have another one is, I think, Dr. Newt Ho, the director of the ARCS. He's a founding director. And then he's working on the citizen science projects, working with tribal community in the North Dakota and Montana. So we do have to address the sustainability, environmental impacts and issues, for the local farmer, for the local ranchers, and the local residents of tribal community as well. So yeah, we do work on this to address the sustainability challenges in the environmental, societal, and economic impacts. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We do have a couple of more questions, and I want to make sure that we have enough time to address them. So the next question is there a psychology human factors internship?
Yeah. As I said, we don't have any restrictions on the major or your research areas. We are open to any majors and areas. So we do have one project for the human factor. So our centers is to promote convergence research. Is one of the big 10 ideas promoted by NSF, is to collaborate with different disciplines and then working on the different areas. So human factor is one of the areas we have the projects.
All right, thank you for that. And then another question, which is possibly related to the majors again, is what are the internship opportunities for non-STEM students?
I think as I explained a lot, like I think for the non-STEM students, interns, we have a lot in the past 4 years. For example, even for this summer, right, we have 3 students in engineer, 1 student just from psychology, right, working on these moonwalker projects. And then we also have a lot of students, interns, from psychology, from social science, social behavior, and from Asian American studies and all the different studies. And we also have students from health equity as well. Because right now for NASA GPL, for example, we have 2 projects led by the faculty from anthropology. So NASA GPL, Ames, and Armstrong, they are super interested on the cultural revolution, the cultural, the collaboration, how to improve their efficiency, right? To do the teamwork. Because traditionally, all the NASA centers, they have a lot of employees with STEM background. But now more and more focus and the attentions have been addressed to the non-STEM. So they promote a lot of the projects and the inputs from the non-STEM. So that's why there are a lot of opportunities for non-STEM students. So that's why for arts, we call it a STEAM. We add arts and humanity. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is it only for US citizens or residents with a green card can also apply?
Depends. So if it's a NASA center intern, right? I believe you have to be US citizen. But we do recruit a lot of students, like from international students, even they are not a green card holder. You know, from India, from Bangladesh, you know, from China, from these different countries, but these are students. They still work on this project, but they are not officially launched as NASA intern, but they do work on these projects sponsored by ARCS. So we partner with NASA centers to clarify. Yeah, but if you want to work as intern at NASA centers physically, you have to be a US citizen.
All right, and then our next question is, do we have to choose an area of research right away, or can we meet with various members of different projects to choose the one that fits us best?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think you have the freedom, or you can reach out to different students. You know, the list on the website, we have the 2022 cohort or 2023 cohort, because right now some of the students, they are the old cohorts, but they are still working on the research project now. So another way is you can participate our different events like ARCS. You can check our website whenever we have new event like monthly seminar. We have open house, or we already had an open house, right? But we have the end of year celebration on December 1st. So you will be able to see all the 34 projects. So the students will make the presentation, will show their projects, demo, and prototypings, right? And then you will have a chance to see all these ones. But you can always send me email, and then I can direct you to the faculty advisor and the student members. You can talk to them and then learn more about the projects. And also under each project, let me share my another screen. Where is it? That's 14. So for this research, right? And then under the research area, if you click on for example, the research for sustainability, we have the different project, or this is space farming. And then you can see these are the seasoned students, right? And the collaborator, you can just click on the view projects, and then you will have all these faculty, collaborator, student team, right? And then you can learn more details about each project. And then you can also send an email to maybe the students, right? Schedule a short meeting, right? Or Zoom, or just in person. Thank you.
All right, and then another question is, after finishing the internships, do international students have a chance to be sponsored by NASA?
I think, as I know, probably you have to be, NASA doesn't hire the international students as an employee. So probably, but this intern experience will help you a lot, you know, to get the jobs from other companies. So they can sponsor maybe H-1B visa, right? Eventually, after you got the green card, I think you will, this is the web, you know, just open the avenue for you, so you can still apply at that time, but not right away after the graduation from CSUN.
All right, and then due to time, we will end on this last question, which I believe is a really strong question as well, which is, what are some qualities of an intern applicant that ARCS would love to see in either their application or characteristics?
Yeah, this excellent question. For ARCS, except the interns, by official intern, we send to the NASA, like a GPL or Armstrong. They do require the GPL 3.0, right? But normally for my group or some, depends on the faculty member. But our principle is based on their research passion or their project passion. As long as they have interest and then they have passion, so they can join the projects as associate and then grow up and then they can be promoted to the fellow. So there are a lot of these successful stories in my group, right? Some student, even like Anthony, he's a undergraduate student from ECE department. His GPA is pretty low, but he just keep working with us, and then I sponsor him through other grants, right? And then keep working on that. I also sent him for GPL intern, but the first time he was rejected because of the GPA. It's like 2.8 something, not meeting the standard of 3.0. So I keep helping him, and then he's still working really actively hard, on the research projects. We work with Autodesk and GPL. Eventually, he got the official NASA GPL intern this summer. He's working really well, with GPL. Most likely, he will get the full-time job offer. But at the starting point, his GPA is not perfect. It's even less. It's lower than 3.0. But this is a learning experience, right? It's a grow up. We accept all these, as long as you have passion, you have interest to work on these the research projects. I think that's good enough.
All right. Thank you so much for answering those questions, Dr. Lee. I will say that we will close out the question and answer format at this time due to our time almost being up. It's almost 5 p.m. I will say if there are any other questions that were not addressed because of the time, is it okay, Dr. Lee, if they can email you directly with some of their questions?
Yeah, so that's why I shared my email address in the end. So feel free to shoot me email, and then I can help you. I'm more than happy to support you and then guide you, because I serve as associate director for the convergent research, training, and outreach for ARCS. So I take care of. I know every faculty member and most of the students, they're working on the research projects now. So probably either myself or Dr. Newt Ho, he's the director. And you can also reach out to our staff member. If you have any questions about the application, you can also reach out to okay, hold on. They are not listed here. Sorry, they are not listed here yet. We have two new AOA. Is Cheryl and Elizabeth. But okay, I will ask our the PR team to update this website, because we have two new AOA. But just reach out to me firstly, and then I can direct you to the right person.
All right. So as you all heard, everyone, please, if your questions have not been addressed, feel free to email Dr. Lee at bingbing.lee at csun.edu for those questions. But I'd like to formally thank Dr. Lee for the very informative session on CSUN ARCS and all the projects that NASA has, as well as answering our students' questions. We really appreciate it. You're getting a lot of thank yous in the chats. Everyone is very engaged.
Thank you, everyone.
And again, thank you so much for rescheduling for the speaker, for rescheduling, as well as students for joining. I want to take this time to remind you all that tomorrow there is an event that the Career Center is holding called Resume Makeover. If you would like your resume to be critiqued, tomorrow we have a virtual event from 11 a.m. to 3. Our Zoom link can be found on our Handshake account. So if you're interested, feel free to stop by during those hours But once again, thank you so much, Dr. Lee, for this time. We are going to ask Anastasia to close